The entertainment industry is big business, contributing roughly 4% and possibly more to the island's gross domestic product. In today's edition of The Achievers, we speak with two young persons who have created a successful support service for the industry. Carlette Deleon and Jerome Hamilton are partners in the entertainment booking agency Headline Entertainment and the public relations agency Breakthrough Communications. They reflect entrepreneurial activity in a novel way. The young entrepreneurs are bringing professionalism and savvy particularly to the entertainment industry. I visited Headline Entertainment and spoke with Miss Carlette Deleon, who is Administrative Director of Headline Entertainment and Managing Director of Breakthrough Communications, about the genesis of the companies and their works.
Headline Entertainment started 15 years ago now, in 1996. The then business partners, Jerome Hamilton, Alison Hunt and Richard Rowe, wanted to do something new in entertainment, something professional, something that could hopefully one day become a leading entity. And I was working with Headline Entertainment at the time, effectively as a glorified secretary. And over the years, I've been able to make it up the ranks and become a shareholder and director of the company. We started in a little office in Halfway Tree, just one office, everybody working at effectively one desk. And we have grown now to 17 employees and almost 2 floors worth of offices.
Headline Entertainment acts as booking agency for several big-name acts and has made a serious attempt to take an essentially informal industry into the realm traditionally reserved for big commercial companies.
Our core business, Headline Entertainment, is a booking agency for artists including Sean Paul, Wayne Wonder, T.O.K., Morgan Heritage, Sprague Benz, and countless others. Nearly 40 acts that we represent. And it's our responsibility to seek engagements for them. If it is that you're looking to book one of these artists on a concert, you would call Headline Entertainment. Alternately, we would go out and make contact with promoters and what we call buyers in markets here in Jamaica, across the region and right across the world to pitch our artists for performances.
The industry is estimated to contribute about 4% to GDP, but my guess is that it's much more than that. So I asked Miss Deleon about the business side of the industry and the part her company plays.
Entertainment is definitely big business. We have revenue streams from a number of different places. We certainly spoke about bookings earlier in terms of performance revenue. And a lot of artists will say that performance is their bread and butter. But additionally, there are royalties that come in from either the playing, the performance of music on radio, internet sources and things of that nature, as well as performance. When they perform at a concert, they do get a separate revenue for singing that song. There is revenue from album sales, which admittedly is far down these days as it was before. And there are quite a number of other revenue sources. What's also taking off right now is endorsements, when artists partner with corporate entities in order to get endorsement. So there are a lot of revenue streams, and there are a lot of players in the industry that make money. People see the artist, they're front and center, but behind every artist there's a manager, there's a booking agent, there's a lawyer, there's a stylist, there's a road manager, there are musicians that answer to him, there are producers that make music for him. There are a number of persons within the supply chain that make it happen, and all of them derive their income in some part from music. And then when music partners with other entertainment industries, for example movies and television, there are other revenue streams as well. Entertainment is fantastic business, and generally speaking it has a high rate of return, meaning that the amount of money that you invest in a song or in an artist over the course of their career or the course of the hit song can pay in spades.
The tax authorities have been aggressively going after various professional groups for non-payment of taxes, and entertainers have been particularly vulnerable in this regard. So I asked Ms. Deleon, how is this being dealt with generally by the artists and the professionals who manage them? She was candid in her response.
Sadly, it is not being dealt with very well. Many artists find themselves in a position where the management team around them aren't trained professionals. They're not persons who have experience or knowledge in business management, but rather family members and friends who the artists trust, at least on an intrinsic level. And these persons, because they have no training or experience, sometimes mismanage the artist funds. The artists are also partly to blame. ultimately, even though they're artists and it is clear that their talent is music, they need to be responsible for their own money as well. I think part of the reason that a number of trained business people are not involved in music is a perception that the music industry is informal, the perception that the music industry is tied to other less scrupulous industries, and that's not quite so the case. There are a number of us that are working in the business that do have education and experience, or are striving to get that education after the fact, that don't get the respect of the traditional world, the traditional business world. But I think as more and more young people get involved that do have that experience, that do have that training, that hopefully our industry will change for the better. And as some artists get, in recent times, have closer brushes with the tax administration and audit department, other artists are seeing that and they're learning from the mistakes of others to get all their ducks in a row.
Jerome Hamilton, a shareholder in Headline Entertainment and Breakthrough Communications, says there are opportunities for those with a strong business orientation to come into the entertainment industry as true managers.
The main practitioners in the business that exist now need to show some form of cohesiveness and putting together, if not a plan, an idea of where they want to go. We want to meet up at funerals and press conferences. There's nothing else that speaks to the industry. Just sitting down, let's sit down for one day and just talk about the business. I think if persons on the outside see that, it would show some difference. And the second thing is that there are not enough bright young persons, I think, some with formal, and you don't have to, but formal education is great, coming into the industry. We see how big the music business is. We all see it impact upon us, but somehow this is one of the biggest businesses in Jamaica, but there are not enough people with brashness and brightness that are coming into it. And I think if we show a little bit more, and a bit more outreach as well is needed, because I think people see it as a closed, dark industry. I'm glad I'm not like that, but I'm sorry that others from university didn't follow in the line, and it's not too late, because this is our biggest and our brightest future. This is our oil and gold.
I detect that you're saying there's a great entrepreneurial opportunity here for bright people.
It's endless. It is endless. If you realize the success stories, if you look at the Sean Paul story and the Shaggy story and so on, it's people being bright and taking chance. We're not short on the talent, and our music is known worldwide, but what is happening now, others are now using reggae to their advantage, and the return to Jamaica is minimal, if any. I think we're getting maybe 5 cents to every dollar made on reggae in the world, in my estimation. But we need to realize the value of it and the gravity of what it entails. And yeah, it's endless, but you have to be brave, because leaving school and stepping out into industry like ours takes some courage. But then we're Jamaicans, so there are brave ones among us who can come on board.
So you're saying, apart from the creative side, the singers, the artists, there are opportunities for those who have a business bent, but who have that entrepreneurial spirit to come into the industry as managers, true managers with a business orientation.
That is very important, because I think that's where the weakness is. We have easily over 500 artists that are recognizable, but I can't tell you 15 managers that are. So we do need that, and we need examples as well, you know, success stories that we can look at and follow and go on with. And outside of managers, which are very important, there are so many professions associated with any career. There are accountants, there are lawyers, the list can go on, there are publicists, there are publishers. There are not enough people that are looking at it. Our economy is not growing, it is shrinking. Opportunities are going away, but we're still ignoring it. But as Bob says, as it's taken from the Bible, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty.